Hey guys, so I'm going to do a reading. We're going to go ahead and look at the midterms. I'm going to get back to it. I took a little bit of a break from that because obviously the Quentin Simon case came up. There's, a whole lot you can watch the videos. Pretty much, if you watch video one and everything, it was looking like the mother. We kind of got to that, and there's other things with it. When more comes, if there's more to read on, if there is more to read on, because we pretty much know what happened. It's just a matter of recovery at this point, and it's also a matter. And I told you guys, read one. Someone's going to jail. Okay, she's gonna go to jail, guys. Just hang in there, have patience. Okay, have patience. I know, and the temperance card was in there too, and when that's in there, it's have patience. Have patience, and I feel he can be found. It may be a little bit of a struggle, but I feel like I definitely feel the divine forces really trying to help with this one. They're always trying to help with all of them. Of course, they're always trying to lead. Even the case of I guess Jalissa Fuentes, and I believe it was a woman officer who actually, they felt something to go in that area, and they found the vehicle. But I know there's a statement in one of the articles, I did read it, where it was an officer who said they felt something like the spirit divine, leading them in that direction. Something about it. It's somewhere in the article, guys, if you go dig, but I know I saw it. And I 100% believe that spirit is always, when trying to help, officers, whatever, or even psychics come up with stuff. And there are psychics who have been able to come up with very strong things, certain clues, and that there's, if you search on YouTube, you can find quite a few. I know there's a lot that, we struggle, sometimes we're wrong and everything, but sometimes we come up with things that are just crazy. And a lot of it really is spirit is doing their best, guides are doing their best. But I know it's frustrating, and I know, like, even I told you guys, why is the spirit just lay it all out, make it easy? I don't know if it's just kind of, we're trying to pull info from areas that sometimes we as readers don't even understand. I don't always 100% understand, everything to, 100%. I know I'm doing higher self spirit and all that, guides, whatever, and use my communication, but, we don't always understand why this is the method of communication. Like if I'm trying to pull keywords or, whatever, I don't always know, so, I just know, do it, try to get it out, try to get what we can, kind of feel out maybe some answers, that I can kind of provide you guys, during this time. If I can be of any use, help to anyone ever, if I can, I would love to do it. And that's why, I'll put it out here if anybody sends it. And I know my videos sometimes have been sent to officers in various ways. I've sent, in some cases I've chatted with them a little bit. I just do my best. That's all I can do and stuff. But anyway, it's a waiting game at this point, guys. And let's just keep praying that the little one can be found, so we can have a proper burial. And of course, justice. Justice is coming. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, it's coming. Okay, and that's what and nobody ever, a situation like this is always so difficult. It is. It's hard on it's hard on everybody. And but yeah, when a little one just everybody fell in love with Quentin. Everybody, we love him so much, and we just want him found. And and we all do. Why? We want answers. Absolutely. It becomes a village, a community, that just I know it's hard, but anyway, let me get to this. I do a few videos. I will probably do at least one more, kind of when some things kind of come out here. Okay, but I know these cases are really hard on all of us, and we want answers, and we want to see justice, and we want little ones found, and we want, and we always want them found alive, of course, and there are cases I've read for. I know there was one somebody brought to me in the group a few years ago about two little ones who they wandered off, got lost, and there was like a forest area in their back area or something, and they somehow took off. Sometimes things happen, I know. And I actually felt that it could be found alive. I was like, you know what? They're still with us. I feel that these little ones can be found. And it was like maybe 3 days later, they were found alive. And I was like, oh, yes. But those, which I know sometimes it's hard to believe, but I actually found I would have to find them and search the case, but they were actually found alive, and somehow they were real little. little, toddlery, kind of 4-ish, 3 something, and they were actually found. But something told me they could be found and they would be found alive, and they were. And I was like, wow, that's so we always love those cases. If a child is found or anything, those are the best ones. So, but let's get to it. I don't want to talk too much about that. I know I mean I do, but this is for midterms, and I know I need to catch up. But that's a little bit why I kind of got busy. And there's some things I want to cover. Now I know the Senate and the House is incredibly important. We're looking at that, but I still want to look at governors of states because it still kind of sets a tone for gives a little bit of an idea. And that's why I spent a little time on that Herschel Walker case, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the big thing about the debate last night, the fake badge. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. And I did watch the whole debate. It was about an hour, and with Raphael Warnock. And really, I will say, Herschel Walker, he still pulled out a fake badge. And of course, he lied about the abortion. But still, some things, he didn't, totally gaff, as bad as we've seen him. Oh, I know they were really trying to work him to try to say things. But still, he didn't really seem just not trying to just say stuff, but just really offering solutions for things, and stuff. And Raphael Warnock, he's not 100% perfect. He's in the middle of a divorce. He's a pastor, but he was trying to put dirt on him where dirt was not there. Saying he's evicting folks, and he's all this stuff. They're trying to ruin him, and I saw that. I don't want to spoil the read. You have to see who I'm predicting is going to win that case. But anyway, it's going to be close. Let's just put it that way. And stuff. That one is very, very close. Which you think it shouldn't be, but it is. Because Herschel Walker is a liar, and he lies, and he's not qualified. He doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground and stuff. So, but yeah, I'll show you the badge scene, a real short scene of what he did. He looks like a fool because I'm not sure exactly what the badge is. I know he's not law enforcement, but he still tried to lie on there, and he got scolded because he's not supposed to have props. They told him beforehand, and and hopefully you do see him scolded, in the video I'll pick, but I'll find it. You have to see it. But, you could, like, say you go and hang out with little officers, and sometimes they deputize, like they deputize kids, okay? Somebody, oh yeah, deputy, here's a badge. There are sheriffs that do that. They'll give you a little deputy, honorary deputy. That's basically what he is, from what I understand. But he tried to make it like he's real law enforcement. Because, yes, Raphael Warnock, called him out for faking that he's FBI and he's a cop and, and all this. And he pulls out a badge. So I'll show you that. But anyway, let's talk about who else. So I don't want to talk, because I could go on about Herschel Walker for hours. But I've already read that. Okay, so I'm going to try real hard to get through them, but every time I say that, I only get a couple done. I'm going to try. We still want to look at Florida, obviously, DeSantis versus Chris, for Gov, but I do want to look at Rubio versus Val Demings, for Senate. And then we've also got, I do want to look at the Michigan governor situation. Gretchen Whitmer, many of you know, some people got arrested and went to jail. They had a kidnapping plot against her because people weren't happy about the COVID situation, and yes, they were, and Trump was saying all kinds of harsh stuff. Okay, so when he sets his sights and they start targeting her, and she was in danger. Okay, but people got arrested. There was an actual kidnapping plot of this woman. She's running against Tudor Dixon, which apparently she's running out of campaign money. I'm going to show you guys. There is a commercial that she put out because it's real cheap. I'm going to show you it. Because you need to laugh. But also we're going to look who's going to win that one. Okay, and like I said, I know I'm doing some governors. That's not necessarily House and Senate, but it's still giving us an idea. That's why I want to look at them. Will there be a red wave or a blue wave? Okay, even looking at the governors is important. Then I know, I believe Teresa had, but also I do want to look at this for Senate in, I believe is it Wisconsin? Oh my God, help me here. Stuff. Yes, Wisconsin. I sorry, I'm just still waking up here. Ron Johnson versus Mandela Barnes. A lot of he got booed, and I'm gonna show you he didn't get any love. Okay, he got booed on his the debate and everything, and he's kind of a jackass. He's kind of a jackass, and we're gonna kind of see there's some things that came out, and I was watching. There's some snips, but basically like right before like maybe 20 minutes before the whole insurrection thing came. Okay, remember, January 6th, his I guess his aide messaged Pence aide, and they've got a receipt, something about they wanted to send some, alternate they tried to get in the hands of Pence some BS, about maybe some stuff to overturn the election. Oh, we got these alternative electors, this, that, I want to get this to Pence. And basically Pence's aide is like, no. Okay, just no. And stuff. So, his office was messing around, trying to, he was involved in this whole thing. All these people are trying to, mess with Pence, trying to get him to, and then about 20 minutes later, here came the big rush. Okay? And stuff, here it comes. And of course this guy's been calling them patriots, and, he's one of those. We're going to look and see. As he did get booed, so there could be a little bit of hope there, okay, to get him out. So we do want to check that out and stuff. And I know Teresa did mention it, so that's an important one. Like I said, these can be indicators of what's going to happen, and then eventually when I get down to it, we're going to get down to brass tacks, and stuff. Who's blue and red, and what's going to happen. And I still, it's so close to me. It feels so close. I feel things are still fairly flux, but I know we can read now, because a lot of people have made up their minds. A lot of people, there's not going to be a whole lot of changing minds at this point. What is to come is pretty much come here, and so it's looking more fate that I can read, what's going to happen. Pretty close here. I think we can, unless some little last minute kind of, what new conspiracy is Herschel Walker going to have? Well, let's check it out. Let's show you the fake badge scene. Let me just set this to the side, then we'll start getting into some readings and stuff. It's just, I gotta perk up and everything. I gotta get used to, I swear, the depth perception, I might have to take these off, because it's weird when I'm doing them. Okay, so hold on one sec. Let's get to, here it is. So which is a good one here? I don't want to do too long a minutes. Okay, News Nation, yeah, I guess let's see, this one, I know, I just don't want to do a whole bunch of, hold on one second. Yeah, and Senator Warnock did say, okay, how many minutes is that? I guess we'll go for the 6-minute one. Oh wait, no, here, let's do that one. That one's 4 minutes. I just don't want to have too much of react. I just want you guys to kind of see it. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah, Senator Warnock totally has a problem with the truth. Let's try this one. This is on Reflect channel.
I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
And it's a fake police badge. We all know it is.
There was a really embarrassing moment during tonight's Georgia Senate debate between incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock and Donald Trump's buddy, the Republican Herschel Walker. And to no one's surprise, Herschel Walker was the one who was embarrassed.
One thing I have not done, I've never pretended to be a police officer, and I've never threatened a shootout with the police.
Well, and now I have to respond to that.
We are moving on, gentlemen.
I have to respond to that. And you know what's so funny? I am with many police officers, and at the same time,
Mr. Walker, excuse me, Mr. Walker.
Dumbass.
Out of respect, I
Here
need
they
to
go.
let you know, Mr. Walker, you are very
Yes.
aware of the rules tonight.
Yes.
And you have a prop.
Yes.
That is not allowed, sir. I ask you to put that prop away.
Dumbass.
This is real.
Herschel
And
Walker.
he said, I have a problem. I never
it is
was a law
considered a
enforcement.
prop, Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You're very well aware of the rules, aren't you?
Well,
Aren't you aware of the
he
rules?
brought up the truth, so let's talk about the truth.
Thank you for putting
That's
that
fake.
prop away.
He's so
As a matter
fake.
of fact, we still have a lot to get to, and
So, my favorite part
Oh.
about this, other than the hilarity of Herschel,
I know, here he goes, the hilarity. That's ridiculous. Now, the only thing is, we're not going to be laughing if his ass gets elected, right? But, you know, just watch my video 1. I did a read on it, okay? But this, you know, which I know still, you know, a reading is a reading, and I'm doing a prediction. It's tough and stuff. But yes, he did pull out a fake badge and stuff and tried. Now, I could swear, let me see if I can find an article on it. I will try real quick. What is it about Herschel Walker and the fake badge? Let me just... I think somebody's got to have... I know it's like some dumb deputy. Everybody gets one or something. I know it's... Try to see if anybody has it, you know, because he's... I know it's something... Oh, the fake meme badge go viral. Oh no. Okay, I don't know. It's a prop badge. He knows he's not a cop. Hold on, let me see. I gotta see if there's a meme. Let me look real quick for fun. Herschel Walker fake badge meme. I gotta see him.
Here's some pictures
Give him
of-
to me. Hit me with it. Okay. No. Herschel Walker fake badge meme. Okay. They got bags with Herschel Walker's face on it. They really do. That's what they were showing me, like little carry-around bags. What is... Oh, my God. Okay, here's one. Okay, unfortunately, everything looks backwards, but, here's something, be my special deputy, wear this badge, Roy Rogers. I don't know if y'all, Roy Rogers might be before your time, but yeah, no, here it goes. They're going to have the memes. It's hilarious. So, but anyway, that's what he did. That's the big event, you know, of the night, the big thing. Of course, you think the lion about the whole buying an abortion or paying for the abortion, even when there's a receipt from the clinic, a check with his name on it, canceled, right? And a get well card signed by Herschel with the little, had a little cup of coffee on it. Get well. Peel up, honey. And and it's a mother one. We all know this story. You think that would have been the big event when he lies. And it, you know, it was still important, but the badge, is he's a clown. You know, it's just, it's constant lies. And he got scolded because they told him, no props, you can't do, you know, and sure enough, he did. He flashed it. He said, look, I got the evidence. fucking dumb. And that's why I know I said it in the community. I know there's an African American YouTuber. He's pretty funny, and he calls him out really bad, and he's like, sometimes you gotta let dumb be dumb. That's what you gotta do. Just let him talk. Let's let him talk. That's the best thing we can do here. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's go ahead and who do we want to do first? I still want to save Florida for last. I just want to do it. Let's go ahead and talk about the governor race with Tudor Dixon versus Gretchen Whitmer. Now, like I said, Gretchen Whitmer is a Michigan governor whose basically life was threatened. You know, during this whole COVID thing, there are a couple people in jail, a kidnapping plot. But Tudor Dixon is kind of an interesting character. Now, let me go ahead and pull that up there. Tudor Dixon running for governor, Michigan. Kind of can't even think right now. There's a whole lot going on. And so, you know, just, you know, various stuff with her. Obviously, you know, is a Republican. And, you know, there's, let's go ahead. She's got a whole, she's of course had a website, but there's a whole thing here. Let's see. What does it say? New York Times. In Michigan, Tudor Dixon tests whether Trump is help or hindrance. Okay. Let's look at that. That's October 3rd. I'm still getting used to these. Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. Okay, so this is New York Times. Hopefully it doesn't cut me off telling me to try to buy something. GOP tests in Michigan. Is Trump a help or hindrance? So that's what they're kind of saying. And let's see. Hold on. So we got 2 women. I see that's another reason I want to do this. A couple of women, run against each other and stuff. So we've got, that's what she looks like there. Okay. And, yep, they're trying to get me to sign in. I don't want to do that. Okay. So, let's kind of go ahead and look. As she runs to lead a narrowly divided swing state, and this is, it's an important state, Tudor Dixon is pursuing a hazardous strategy in the Michigan governor's race, embracing Trump, of course, and Times emulating his no-holds-barred political style. She hit campaign trail recently with former president son Donald Trump Jr. Oh yeah, Donald Trump. Okay, Jr. And Kellyanne Conway, the one-time Trump White House. Okay, yeah, okay, whatever. Yep. In other appearances, Miss Dixon calls for a ban on transgender girls playing in girls and women's sports. I know a lot of people, everybody kind of feels a certain way about that. A recent afternoon athletic club. Okay, so we know about that. Whatever. America's first, Michigan first. We'll bring back together. Whatever. The governor's race between Dixon and Whitmer carries high stakes for abortion rights. Absolutely. Schools and the future of elections. It is historic. The first time 2 women have ever gone head-to-head for the position in the state. So yeah, this is why I want to cover this. Okay, this is 2 women going for governor. And notice, we've got, just like I covered Arizona, women going for governor. This is a big thing. The contest also serves as a test whether Miss Dixon and other Republican candidates can win their general elections by harnessing the grassroots energy of Trump supporters that propelled them to the top of crowded and chaotic primaries. And see, that's what, that Trump touch there, this is a big thing too, seeing does that have anything. Obviously, Herschel Walker is backed by Trump. She is, and all this stuff. In Arizona, the one lady, all that stuff. So, but it might only be okay, let's see. Uphill road. So, we pretty much know, her stance is going to be abortion and all that stuff. And, but the thing is, there is cases of her running out of money. So let me just talk about that. Running out of a little bit of campaign money, and actually we're just got a lead. So let me just talk about Tudor Dixon and running out of campaign money. That did not do it. Of course, Google Talk. Try it again. Tudor Dixon, Michigan, and running out of campaign money. Okay, here we go. October 7. Okay, so this is very recent. Big money donors shunning Tudor Dixon, Michigan Republican ticket. She's not getting the campaign money. And I'm going to show you a real bad commercial. She's going cheap. Okay, there's a lot of this going on. Okay, so here, this is, oh, sorry, let me give credit. I always forget. This is called The Bridge in Michigan, a local paper apparently. Tudor Dixon has low name recognition and is lagging in fundraising behind Governor Gretchen Whitmer. So this is, and see, that's the thing, campaign money is a big deal. Just like this is one of the reasons why, when we got Dr. Oz in Philadelphia, he's going up against the one guy, and, watch my vid, how I predict that's in number 2. Okay. But he was kind of trailing, but he's got a lot of campaign outs. He's putting in his own money, and his kind of angle is Fetterman being soft on crime. Okay. And it might be working. Watch my video. Okay. Except even though Dr. Oz there is a scandal of him that, doing experiments on puppies, like 300 of them died. Okay. He's here we are. So, yeah. Speaking more to 400 listeners during a September 27 call, Michigan Republican gubernatorial Tudor Dixon asked for a prayer and money and stuff, Oh, here she is. Elevate our message in supernatural ways, she told the audience on the prayer call hosted by former Michigan GOP grassroots. Yep. Yeah, I know. We know how, we know the big thing, prayer. And of course, by the way, let me just talk about Herschel for a sec. Right in the beginning, of course, he had to, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Be careful. You're going to fan the flames on the line, you do, But anyway, there's always got to be a little prayer thing here. And so it says, she's being abandoned by big pocket GOP donors who have funded Republican gubernatorial candidates over the past 2 decades. So they're not she's not getting the funding. There isn't a lot of enthusiasm for Dixon or others on the statewide ticket, all of whom are outsiders who trail badly in polls. So maybe they feel it's just not a safe bet, waste of money. She's going to lose anyway. Maybe they're having that attitude, These folks want to invest in races where they think they can make a difference and not necessarily carry the entire load, said Jason Rowe, Republican strategist who works at GOP. As State Senator Tom Barrett's congressional campaign in Lansing area. You don't want to be the budget donor in a losing race. That's the thing. If they feel she's already going to lose, why donate? So see, that's pretty important. Okay, that kind of says something. That, where money could help, it could also be a waste if you're going to lose, right? So a lot of people aren't taking a chance. And everything, but Whitmer has more than $14 million on hand in August. Okay, and so she's raising money. So, but it doesn't mean it ain't over till the fat lady sings, right? We know that, right? Okay, so, but let's go ahead and show you. Let's get to it. Let me show you the real bad commercial because she has no money and stuff, and then we're gonna do the read. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Let me get it. Tudor Dixon bad commercial for her campaign. Hopefully we got it. Here it is. Okay, now I don't want the Young Turks. Well, I guess it's pretty short. Okay, so yeah, the Young Turks are going to react to it, but this video is gold. What is the real story? It is a real campaign video that Tudor Dixon made because she has no money. This is how bad it is. So they're not backing her. They're not feeling confident in her. And so if that says something, what's going on? Even if she got the touch. Here's her bad commercial.
With the governor talking about the great things she's done for Michigan. Okay. Hey, have you seen the TV ads with the governor talking about the great things she's done for Michigan?
She's a liar. Whitmer can say what she wants, but we live here. Just look around, man.
Just look around, man. Believe it or not, that was an actual political ad. And it was a political ad that was put together on behalf of Republican Tudor Dixon, who's running for Michigan governor against the incumbent Democrat Gretchen Whitmer. Now, apparently, Tudor Dixon hadn't put out any political ads, and her supporters were concerned. So they got together and decided to create a political ad, put it out there, and let's watch more of it.
Thank you. Get to it.
During COVID, Whitmer locked down businesses like the Owasso Barber and put one woman from Holland in jail.
Oh, yeah. 3,000 restaurants closed. And she's pro-business?
Yeah, right.
And what about those higher gas and food prices?
Our schools were closed for almost 2 years. Poor kids.
Speaking of kids, Whitmer says she's going to work like hell to keep killing babies.
And she put COVID patients in Graham's nursing home.
Graham died alone.
Poor Graham.
Okay. I'm voting for the other chick. What's her name?
Tudor Dixon.
Okay, let's roll.
Watch out for potholes. Whitmer never kept her promise to
Fix the damn roads.
Yep, there you go.
That was great. Tudor Dixon is happy that
the acting is just, it is what it is. You know, it's the best. It's the best you can afford. You know, I don't know. Let's get a bunch of bikers together. It's up real patriots. You know, what the fuck? It's up. But this is where we are. It's up. Let's get to it. Let's get to that read and stuff. I'm gonna try to move it along, but I had to show you. It's too much. It's gold. Okay, so let's lower it down. Let's get it ready here. All right, we're gonna get baby Thoth out. So if you guys know how I do it, for those who may have never watched me do one of these, let me get this going. So what we're going to do, let's do it. Let's put Tudor Dixon to the top. Let's see. And we're going to pull about 5 to 6 cards to kind of see who has the strongest hand, you could say. Like if we were playing poker, who's got the strongest hand? To really, that can kind of win this. I'm going to put, Whitmer down at the bottom. And we're going to see, Gretchen, or Tudor. And stuff. So let's go ahead and check it out and stuff. And you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. But yeah, just because you got the Trump touch and all that doesn't mean, if the Republicans ain't feeling confident, then you gotta figure, well, because people have got to read the news and see that and be like, well, if they're not feeling confident in her and they're not, giving her money, should I vote for her? Why are they hesitant? What are they, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. That's a big thing. Okay, but I do notice change is at the bottom there. Okay, always pay attention. I always tell you guys, pay attention to what's on the bottom when I'm shuffling. Okay, so we got a Queen of Swords. We got to see who the Queen of Swords is. We'll find out in a minute. Also, so the Hierophant in there. Okay. Yeah, but that commercial is gold. Oh. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's cut the deck right. Actually, nope, Spirit's going there. Way at the bottom. Alright, we're going to look at Tudor. We're going to look at about 5 cards. Let me move my copy up there. So hopefully you guys can see good. Okay, we got a completion card. Hold on. I've got a few ideas on that. Let me sit with it. Okay, we got the Emperor energy there. And that's one of the things. And then we got the change card. Remember, I talked about it being at the bottom. It's right in the center. And let me just sit with it. I'll interpret it in a minute. We got the Hermit. Yeah, and that makes kind of sense. It kind of feels like she's on her own here, because the GOP is not giving her money. Okay, that... she's kind of on her own trying to make this happen. Disappointment. Okay? It's concerning. So where are we at here? It's still kind of flux how this is going to go. Now let's look at Gretchen. What do we got there? Queen of Cups. Okay, we got a queen here. Victory, my friends. Victory. Okay, well, kind of looking at that. Princess of Discs, which could indicate, yep, the money, coming in. Sure. Okay, so we do got the Crossroads, though. We got Dominion, though. It is called Dominion in this one. And everything. Oh, and we got the Works card. Oh, it's kind of looking pretty cut and dry here. 3 of Cups, reason to celebrate. Yes, ma'am. And stuff, and we do have 6 of Cups there. All right. It looks pretty clear, cut and dry on this one. We can move along pretty quick here. Gretchen does get the victory card. So it looks like she should prevail. Which I don't always really, solely that, but the victory card is pretty, solid there. Which also kind of tells me that most people have made up their mind. Now, I know some cases, like say that Herschel Walker Warnock, there's still a little fluidity there. Okay? That which makes me feel there's still a few people feeling it out. Okay? There are quite a few people. Okay, that are kind of navigating it. And what I feel the fluidity is, just to explain some things, and we'll get to this. What I see that, especially Republican women, and what I kind of said about that is there is going to be women. Okay, anybody who's say you got a Republican woman, she's real strong in abortion, but but she got this hypocrite. People that really have a problem with hypocrisy, okay, or real Christians with hypocrisy. Also, the domestic violence, any woman who's been abused, okay, domestic violence, okay, because the stuff of the history is huge, okay. There's a whole lot there. the whole thing with being an absent father and then chastising absent fathers in the black community. Okay, it's going to be, there's going to be women who just, I can't check his name. I can't do it. Maybe that they're real strong in faith, the Republican, I can't do it. That's what I'm talking about, the fluidity. There's still some that are just like, you know, I know it's important to take the Senate. I know it's important, you know, all this stuff. But they're going to be, I just physically can't, he makes me ill. That's the fluidity there. So it's close. I feel I know how it's going to go, but that one's still a little feely. Okay, this one looks pretty cut and dry so far that Whitmer's going to take it. Too many good cards here. Okay, too many good cards here. Let's talk about hers first, why I feel that. So we got the Queen of Cups. This does make me feel there is a sensitivity there, compassion for people. Now, I know politicians are politicians, Democrat or Republican. I get that. But I feel a little more concern, especially even women's issues, of course. We got the victory card sitting right next to there. That's a pretty dead giveaway. Also with the celebration, that is the overlapping card right here. Princess of Dis, yes. The money, you know, the funding, she's doing well. The crossroads there, I actually feel, and it is called the Dominion card, that could be people that are kind of, you know, weighing to go this way, that way. I feel she could pull some people to her side. Okay, is one thing. But also the Three of Pentacles. Okay, she's got a good campaign team. Okay, working together, contacts, shake hands, deals, agreements, making agreements with her people. I'm going to do this, that, whatever. They're listening to her. Handshake agreements, deals. Okay, that she's kind of talking to her donors and this, what she's going to do. They're taking her for a word and everything. Okay, so there are some things there. She's just got a more solid, stable kind of thing here. Now, when we go to Tudor, I do get the completion card. So that makes me feel, you know, one thing, we're going to wrap this up. Now, we got that Emperor energy, which I know can be kind of controlling, kind of go to war type energy and stuff. And we do have the change, you know, and everything. Now, one thing I would say, she's, you know, kind of campaigning, I want to change this, that, whatever. Now, we got the Six of Cups, you know, she start obviously things about, you know, children, this, that, you know, whatever. But we got that Hermit, and that's what I'm saying. She's kind of riding solo. She's not getting the support that Whitmer is. She's not getting the support, the financial backing. Notice, so no pentacle cards here, pretty much. Okay, and so so you know, it's real hard. And you saw how bad that commercial is, guys. It's not a, you know, it's laughable. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. And stuff, and disappointment, and also the Five of Cups can be more in a loss, take a loss and stuff, you know, and everything. So, but just people kind of disappointed in her, this, that. She's going to be disappointed, the whole thing. So everything looks strong. That case, or I mean that election. I'm saying case. That election, I feel that Gretchen's, she's got it. Okay, so we can move on from that one. That one should be good. All right, so let me get my list here. Okay, that was quick. That was quick. All right, we're going to check that off. All right, so now let's go ahead. Let's look at Ron Johnson and Mandela Barnes. Let's talk about Ron Johnson. Let's talk about him. Okay, so that's Wisconsin, and this is a Senate one. Okay. All right, so, you know, and I still, you know, I don't underestimate, you know, the GOP, though. Okay, so I'm still going in here, but the guy did get booed. Okay, he did get booed at his debate. As a matter of fact, let's check it out. Why did he get booed? We're going to talk about it. All right, let's just get to the fun stuff, okay? All right, so Ron Johnson and getting booed at the debate. Let's get to it. Here he is. Okay, which one do we want to pick? Because I know a lot of people do react, which I don't. I don't want to show too long a one, but you still got to see it. And he got laughed. He got laughed at. I'm trying to show, I want to show one that shows both of it. That's only a minute. Give me a moment here. I know the Young Turks do a lot. Hold on a minute. Which is the one I want to do? I'm trying to feeling it out. And this is the final debate. But yeah, it's just tons. He's got to be humiliated. You know, all on YouTube, how he got booed. And stuff. So, yeah, let's just go to... Okay, we got about... Yeah. Debate crowd boos Senator Ron Johnson and cheers Mandela Barnes. Okay, this is the majority report. Let's just do that one. Let's try it.
Lemonade
Hopefully it's not dumb.
Covers your $1 million t-shirt, $1 million sunglasses, $1 million MP.
Okay.
A debate between Mandela Barnes and Ron Johnson. One of the dumbest individuals in the Senate, I have to say. And it was a very innocuous last question to the debate, where the debate moderators had said, we travel across Wisconsin. People don't like the rancor and the fighting and the meanness between the candidates. Can you tell us something that you admire about each other?
Yep.
And Mandela Barnes says, well, I admire the fact
well, I
want to
see him say it. Damn it. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute. That's up. But yeah, he gets, this is the thing. Well, let's just get to it. Hold on.
That managed to be a lie. No, I interviewed Mandela.
Yeah. Brian Tyler Cohen never lets me down.
To smear me, I am. No, I mean,
I'm sorry. All right.
He is referring to corruption with the FBI, which I've been trying to uncover and expose.
All right. So, do we have time for...
There's a whole thing with
audience,
that, okay?
We're trying to get through these. We have time for one more question. So our final question here tonight is, both of you have been successful in life. You have 30 seconds here. Mr. Barnes, you go first. What do you find admirable about your opponent?
Well, no, seriously. I do think, the senator has proven to be a family man, and I think that's admirable. That's absolutely to be respected. He speaks about his family. He's done a lot to provide for them. I absolutely respect that.
Mr. Johnson.
I mean, likewise, I appreciate the fact that Lieutenant Governor Barnes had loving parents, a school teacher, father worked third shift, so he had, good upbringing. I guess what puzzles me about that is, with that upbringing, why is he turned against America? I mean, why does he find...
You're supposed to say something. You're supposed to...
Somehow.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't freaking do it.
We said something admirable.
When I first ran for office, I made 2 promises. I'll always tell you the truth, and I'll never vote with my election or conduct myself with election in mind. I've honored those promises scrupulously.
Look, I'm not saying I think Ron Johnson's a joke. I'm just saying that every person who listened to him in that audience thinks he's a joke. This is Ron Johnson getting laughed at and booed during his latest debate with Democratic nominee Mandela Barnes.
So basically, the whole thing there was with some thing about the FBI and stuff, and he's got a whole conspiracy thing going on about him. There's receipts. As a matter of fact, let me kind of show you that. Let me see. How do I pull that up? Give me a moment here. There's a whole thing on that is actually very, very interesting. Ron Johnson and the text before the insurrection. Okay, it's spinning here. Give me a moment. Let me try it again. Senator Ron Johnson and the text that was made before the insurrection. Come on, my man. Yep, fake elector. Okay, so I'm trying to find... Let's see what's... Yep, and he called rioters at the Capitol people who love this country and stuff. Oh, here it is. This is the one. Okay, he's doing this fake phone call outside when he gets questioned about the text that he sent. Let me turn this up, make sure you guys can hear it. Okay, so this is on MSNBC. This came about let me make sure you guys can hear it. I think you got it. This is about 3 months ago. Oh yeah, that's loud as hell. Okay. Oh Jesus.
A staffer for Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson texted a staffer for Vice President Pence just minutes before the beginning of the joint session. This staffer stated that Senator Johnson wished to hand-deliver to the Vice President the fake electors' votes from Michigan and Wisconsin. The Vice President's aide unambiguously instructed them not to deliver the fake votes to the Vice President.
Do not give that to him. Do not, nope. Do not, stop. This is
Now, wait, there's a little bit of an update, actually, on this part of the amazing story since the hearing. On that last point, that Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin offered to hand courier to the vice president on January 6th the forged certificates for fake Trump electors. I mean, that was some new news today. But after that was revealed at the hearing, Senator Ron Johnson made very clear to reporters that he does not want to talk about it, to the point where he will fake being on the phone to avoid answering their questions about it.
How much did you know about what your chief of staff was doing with the alternate slates of electors? No, you're not. I can see your phone. I can see your screen.
Can you explain what your chief of staff was doing?
Does your chief of staff still work for you, Senator?
Can you explain what happened there? Why was your chief of staff even offering this to the vice president?
That's a complete non-story. We've issued a statement, and this is a non-story. I don't know what you're even concerned about.
Well, they said that your chief of staff is saying that you offered, you wanted to provide alternate electors in Michigan and Wisconsin to Vice President Mike Pence.
This was a staff-to-staff exchange, and I was, basically unaware of it. And
blame the staffer.
The chief staff contacted the vice president's staff, said, "Do you want this?" They said no, and we didn't deliver it, and that's the end of the story.
But why was he even asking for that?
Because somebody delivered this to our office and asked to deliver that to the vice president.
Did you support his efforts to try to get those slates to the vice president?
No, I had no knowledge of this.
Who's the person?
I had no involvement in an alternate state of slate of electors. I had no idea this thing would be delivered to us. Got delivered staff to staff. My chief of staff did the right thing. Contacted the vice president's staff. They said didn't want it, so we didn't deliver it.
Who's the person?
Again, that's the end of the story.
A staff-to-staff contact. Yeah, to be clear, this is chief of staff asking for Senator Ron Johnson.
Yep. No, just the chief of staff. Chief of staff. It's all they're doing. This is between the staffer and the staffer of Pence. Not me. I had no knowledge. Liar. Let's just kind of look at it from. I know he's a liar. It don't matter, but just. It's kind of funny how the Eon, which can be the judgment card, it is judgment. He's getting judged. It's kind of funny how resurrection and insurrection rhyme. Just saying, the rise it up, right? Everybody being called, Gabriel sounded the trumpet, except it goes in a darker way. Someone else was sounding the trumpet, and everybody went on, right? Okay, yep. Okay, lust. That lust for power. He wanted Trump in office. Oh, yeah. He's got the lust for power because, he's thinking about himself. Of course, Trump's in there, he's thinking about himself. But yeah, this whole, trying to resurrect, because Trump is down, right? He's done. He lost, and they're trying to bring him back. All that judgment. But the judgment comes and everything. And this Eight of Wands and everything, everything happened real fast, swift. We know that. We know that. And stuff. And let's kind of go ahead and look there. Hold on. And everything, but I also got like my queens here and stuff, and the Empress energy and stuff. So I do believe there are some women in there that have been, obviously that have stood up and taken them down. We've had the one staffer with Mark Meadows, I believe it's Courtney. She's been speaking up. Some of the women have been coming out and saying some things, about that and everything. But the truth is coming out. Ace of Swords, the truth is coming out about what's going on. He is definitely not being honest. The truth is cutting him down. Okay, like I said, that first card, judgment, but also, Trump was trying to resurrect himself, and resurrection and insurrection, they sound so similar. They sound so freaking similar. They really do, and stuff. But either way, and we know, of course, the suffering, the sorrow, and everything went down. But that lust for power, you saw it, lust, and stuff. It's all he thinks about. He cares about power and everything like that. The truth, though, is, the text right there. And how, see, this is the thing that's hurting him. Will though it help him win? And that's the thing. Will though it help him win? Now, before I go on, I'm gonna read it in one sec. Let's talk about Mandela Barnes though. What do we got? Because it looks like, he was getting cheered. He was showing he's the better man. He did not put him down, and there's a whole lot of dirt on this dude. But in that moment where they're supposed to say something good about the other person, and I know a lot of politicians. Well, he's a good family guy. He knows he's a piece of crap, but he's still doing what he's supposed to do and being professional. the guy has to go in and dig. There he goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's so you understand a little bit who Mandela Barnes is, which I know Ron Johnson is getting a lot of the attention and stuff. What do we know about Mandela Barnes, who was running against Ron Johnson? Here we go. So let's kind of talk about who he is and stuff and see what we're looking at. Okay, so here is, let's see. Actually, instead of going to his campaign website, let's kind of see what people are saying. And let's kind of go ahead and see. Yeah, see, this one still, even though Ron Johnson's a dick, it's close. It's close. I know it's crazy. You think with that dirt and that liar and faking a phone call because they could see his phone. He wasn't on a call. And stuff. This is going to be a tight one. So I'm just trying to find what is something. They do clash on issues, of course. I'm trying to find something here, but I just I want to find one that just give me a moment. Yeah, Politico is saying Ron Johnson is widening the lead, but I don't know about that. Let's look at the one from the New York Times. I don't know. Will New York Times let me look at it? Because you know how sometimes those ads pop up. New York Times is pretty reputable, I guess, kind of. Mandela Barnes and Ron Johnson's debate in Wisconsin. Oh, no, we already had the debate. Never mind. Oh, no, he's already talking about Mandela Barnes went on offense against Senator Ron Johnson in their debate. 4 takeaways. So here's the thing. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, a Democrat, trailing in Wisconsin polls and getting hammered by an onslaught of negative television advertising. Yeah, because Ron Johnson's going to have more money, of course. And he's trying to unseat Ron Johnson, a Republican, tried mightily on Thursday evening to debate shift campaign's momentum, failed to create a singular moment destined to go viral. That's what they're saying. And it says Barnes attacked on economic identity and things. So that's kind of a little bit. So that's a little bit of the New York Times saying. Let's go to his campaign. Let's kind of see. Let's just go to his thing. Everybody's got a view. We're gonna see what Tarot says, okay, and stuff. So let's kind of see. Oh, that would no. That's just okay. Never mind. I'm trying to find a little more on him. Give me a moment. We know there's so much stuff about Ron Johnson, but trying to find a little bit about him, that's kind of the hard part and stuff. Okay, here's one. ABC News. Mandela Barnes responds to GOP criticism on police by highlighting Ron Johnson's January 6 ties. Okay, so he's getting a little criticism for police stuff, which I know that is a big thing and a big talking point is in some of these is police and how police are being treated, handled, all this stuff under the police kind of stuff. On the eve of the final Senate debate in Wisconsin, so this was ABC News right before, Democratic nominee Mandela Barnes is pressing a new front in his fight against Republican incumbent Senator Ron Johnson, arguing, that Johnson can't be trusted. No, he can't, except given the ties to January 6th. Yeah, and that just came out 3 months ago. We got receipts, we got a text. Okay. To keep, trying to keep Donald Trump in office. Like I said, trying to have a resurrection, okay, with an insurrection. Gabriel sounds the trumpet, the dead rise. Here we go. Everybody honoring the call. But that was Trump doing the call. And others that stood up on that platform and said, go to the Capitol. Okay. The dark side. Okay. We should all be reminded that Ron Johnson is willing to sacrifice our entire democracy for his own benefit. Barnes, the state lieutenant's governor, said during the video. I think the text is real clear. Anybody that's part of that, is side of that, to overthrow a democratic election, okay, cares about themselves. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Everybody cares about themselves. The two are locked in a close race in a battleground state, and the winner could determine who controls Congress' upper chamber, which is currently split 50-50, as we know. This is, it's coming down to the wire, guys. We know that. Johnson has tried to tie Barnes to problems like crime and high inflation, honing in on Barnes' past support for reevaluating police funding and his comments regarding advocates' calls for abolishing U.S. immigration and customs. So this is these things, just so you know, still are important to people. is how is crime handled in immigration. Everybody's got a thing about it. Okay. Now we're going to talk about it in a minute, with, DeSantis, which I think I'm just going to go and I'm going to get it all done in one vid. Okay. So hopefully you can bear with me on it's a long vid. So we could just say that. So we know what they're going to do. That's what Republicans do. Oh, you're soft on crime, but we get it. Immigration. But, this Ron Johnson's a douche, and he's had a lot of stuff about being racist and all kind of, you can read all about him. Let's just get to it. Let's see we know a little bit who he is. You saw the video, but you did see him get, laughed at the debate, and he is a senator there in Wisconsin. But don't think that it's all in the bad guys. When you see even the laughter, okay? Because, there are people who are laughing about Herschel Walker, but it's still a tight race. Okay, even with all the hypocrisy, that race is tight. Pay attention to what is happening, what is going on with this. All right, so we're just going to go ahead. Let's put Barnes to the top. Let's go ahead and look at him at the top, and then we'll save Ron Johnson for last, which I know for me, man, it may, there's a lot more dirt on the guy and stuff, but being part of that, sending that text, and then of course he's not taking responsibility. He's going to throw his aide under the bus. Oh, that was between them. I had nothing about it. Liar, you lied. The lust for power. He was behind the insurrection. Okay, he was one of them who wanted it done. He was all for it. Lord have mercy. Okay, so we're going to put Mandela Barnes at the top. It's tough, guys. So Michigan looks like it should, the governor at least, should be Democrat. And then we're gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna get it done, and then we're going to look at red or blue, House or Senate. I'm gonna try to predict it. All right, so we're doing Barnes at the top. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, whoops, that's upside down. Hold on. Okay, which I don't read reversals, but I still pay attention sometimes if something flips. Ten of Cups, which can be about family values, family. Okay. Okay, the crossroads. Remember what I said? Some people might be sitting on the fence a little bit. Go this direction, that direction, right? So there's still a little fluidity. Maybe you get some peeps, possibly, and stuff. Okay, got the Queen of Swords energy. Now, the Queen of Swords energy still, law and order kind of energy, diplomatic. This makes me feel he's pretty diplomatic. He does have some people backing him, though. He's got that works card. He's ready to work. He's still got, pretty good backing, okay, of donors and all that stuff. But oppression, we got the Ten of Wands here. Let me sit with that for a minute. I've got a few things coming to mind. Okay, now we're going to look at Ron Johnson. Okay, but this is the area, could they feel he's being too soft on crime, diplomatic? Maybe he needs to come in King of Swords energy versus Queen of Swords. Okay, all right. Okay, Queen of Wands energy. That's how I know we're dealing with men, but don't worry, it'll be talking and stuff. Got a lot of Queen energy here with this guy. Hold on. Okay, with Ron Johnson. Interesting. Kind of sit with it here. Hold on. Worry. He's definitely worried. And a lot of people, there's actually some people worried here. And the disappointment card is popping up in there and stuff. I want to look. This is still very interesting. Let me sit with it. Now, I feel the Queen of Pentacles energy, what it's saying, remember we talked about funding. He's definitely getting some funding here. That's one of the things. That's also Capricorn kind of energy there, that's popping in and everything. Now, the Eight of Pentacles also can be, could be technically, my working class kind of people, my hard workers, laborers kind of energy. Okay, that he's getting some of that, I know those Republicans, that they work hard, that kind of thing. As we got that 7 of Wands, that aggression, okay, that insurrection issue, it is a thorn. It is a thorn there, what went down. As up there's people looking at that. Now, the Queen of Wands energy, what I'm kind of feeling, let me just sit with it here. Okay, and then we got the Chariot here. So, actually, what I'm kind of feeling with the Queen of Wands energy is, how we talked about, say, feminism and things like that. Obviously, he's not in support of feminism. This could be an area, obviously with abortion rights and things like that. I feel, though, that they're going to be pressing, they're going to be pressing on those issues. They're going to be going against him. Okay, this does not feel in support. Chariot here. Okay, the Chariot is overlapping, but it's in the women's section, not his. Not necessarily he gets a victory, but the women may be victorious with some of this stuff. Okay, especially that strong feminine energy there. Okay, which I know we got a Capricorn, but this is talking more energy. But I get more like the Queen of Wands energy can definitely be my feminist, fierce women energy and stuff like that. Kind of push it against that. And now, and then when we get Mandela Barnes, we got that 10 of Cups energy, family values, and I know he's going to be trying to aim at that, okay, that whole family values, but I've got the Strength card, okay, so he's got that area. They maybe feel, Mandela actually cares more about family than this guy does, but that American worker kind of energy here, I feel like he's got some of those guys on the side. The Oppression card, that's a tough one. The one thing in Mandela Barnes' situation. Okay, I've got a little, as I've got that energy with that Queen of Swords, which, like I said, is he being, not that the Queen of Swords is necessarily soft on crime, don't get me wrong, but maybe being a little too diplomatic, not harder. Notice they're disappointed in this area on the crime issue and so forth. And that oppression energy, I feel that, they're doing some pretty hard campaign and stuff, as far as that he'll oppress, like maybe oppress the police or people or this, that there's a challenge there. I notice I've got a 10 here and a 10 here. Okay, that, he's saying he's family, but he's going to oppress, he's going to do this. He's got a lot of secrets, High Priestess, this kind of energy. This is a close call. So he's definitely worried about it, but that disappointment card is up in here. Okay, this is a tough one and everything. This one is still very incredibly fluid and stuff, but if I had to call it, still it's tough. It's tough. Let me go ahead and do a final card to just kind of call and see what's happening. Okay, Johnson. Then that resurrection. See, the one thing, if Mandela could talk about, get this insurrection thing there, but the only problem with it, okay, is that some people don't give a damn. There are Republicans that don't care if Trump lost, they wanted him in office. Okay, they don't care. They don't care. That's the hard part. This is really tough. He is worried. But that disappointment energy, is popping up, in Mandela Barnes, that there are some folks that are kind of disappointed maybe with him, his performance and things like that. Okay. This is a hard one to call. Oh God, let me sit with it for a minute. We still got that. Mandela still has some time. Barnes still has some time to maybe win some people to his side and stuff. And then we've also got this energy. The women could be victorious, with some stuff with the Johnson guy. But the thing that sticks to me a lot is that Eight of Pentacles, believe it or not. The Eight of Pentacles energy, having like that kind of American worker and kind of energy there, but I look at that oppression, still kind of being successful. And then we've got that Six of Cups energy, obviously those that are, pro-abortion in Wisconsin and stuff that they could still, I also look at the Fool card. That is the other thing, which can be about trust. We know he's a fool, but people trust in him anyway, even when he shouldn't be trusted. So if I have to call this energy here, right now, it is tight. I got it. It may not necessarily, I'm really stuck on this one. I think out of all of them I'm done, I'm incredibly, incredibly stuck. I'm going to do something here. Give me a moment. I'm normally not this stuck. I normally would have had it by now. But it's just kind of weighing what, it's still very fluid. Let me just kind of see. So just even when I roll numbers, Barnes does get the higher number. He's got the 5. He's got the 2. Okay, so I'm trying to see who would maybe get more votes if I could just get it down to numbers. And so I actually feel Barnes though has a strong chance. He does have a strong chance. It's so crazy. Look at the 2 cards that kind of overlap in the middle. Look at how close. It's close. That disappointment, but that worry, and they both got that upside down pentagram. That's why it's making it hard. That's why it's hard. They're both 5s, of course. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to call. It's like a deadlock for me. And so the one thing that's going to get there, it really. That's why I'm having a hard time. 5 and 5. It's hard. And so, but if I had to lead on it though, in the sense and everything, Barnes may just squeak by just barely with the votes, is what I'm kind of feeling. He might just barely squeak by. There's a fluidity here, which is and it's like I said, it's up to the people. Spirits, I'm sure, trying to get the truth out about some things. It's incredibly close. My concern though is that Fool card. Like I said, he's a fool. Okay, but will people trust that damn fool? All because of, because a big thing is that abortion issue. Now, let's actually take a look-see, okay, about something. And this might actually tell us why it's so incredibly close. Because he's a dirtbag. We can see he's a dirtbag. Okay, he's a liar. Hey, a lot of liars. Hey, I'm not saying all Democrats are honest, guys. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not falling into that trap. But let me kind of go ahead and see. The polls on who is in support of abortion or not in Wisconsin. So actually, majority, okay, maybe that's what it is. So actually, so far, majority of Wisconsinites support abortion. Is what we have. Most Wisconsinites said abortion should be legal in all or most cases. That's probably why I'm feeling like Barnes may squeak by the feminists. Remember what I was saying? Coming against this dude. Okay? And stuff. And the chariot, I feel actually they could be victorious to push it. It's so close though. They're the women gotta work hella hard. And stuff. Even though you've got that energy there, that it looks like most Wisconsins support having abortion rights. That's great and stuff. But will women come in strong enough and vote and do all that stuff? Okay, that's the thing that's going to tip it in Barnes' favor. So looking at that, and I know, you still got obviously pro-life, this, that, and everything. God, are people going to be stupid enough to trust this dude who's, okay? We are seeing him get booed, which gives a little hope. But there's different kind of energy in the news, which don't always worry about. Of course they're going to say, oh, so-and-so's in the lead. See, that's why I try to take it a grain of salt. Sometimes I like to let's look at a different angle here. But it looks like so far, we've got, hold on. Why is it flipping to Kim Kardashian? Give me a moment. How do Wisconsin's people feel about abortion? Let's try it again. Yeah, it just, everything... 2 days ago. This is in the Wisconsin Public Radio, WPR.org. The repeal of abortion rights in Wisconsin reshaped 2022 political campaigns. Will it change outcomes? So here's an article. Let's check this out. See, this is what I want to look at. That's why I'm just like, it's tough. But I actually feel Barnes could squeak by. This feminist chariot, that they could be victorious to push this guy out. But it's close, guys. It's really as tight. I'm fighting it. Okay, here we go. So this is in this news. This is local. The repeal of abortion rights in Wisconsin reshaped 2022 political campaigns. Will it change outcomes? And here we got, just kind of what they're talking about. With, Republican Party. I'm just trying to look at some key. I'm not going to read the whole case here. Let me just get one. Yeah, even this is good. Abortion issues divide Republicans too. And see, that's what I'm saying. Because not all, just because they're Republican, conservative Christian, want a full ban. Okay, not all want a full ban, guys. Okay, there are those that are Christian, Republican, that do want save mother. It says they don't want 10-year-olds birthing babies. Rape. They want exceptions. Okay, and stuff. So plenty of women disagree and do intend to vote Republican. Johnson appears to be leading in the Senate race. Appears. Okay. Polls show the governor race, which is the other, is a dead heat. Well, this feels dead heat to me too, to be honest. Okay, it is. And it's tough. In both cases, GOP candidates have support from tens of thousands of women who simply hold conservative political views, including on abortion. But small shifts can have big consequences. Republican Donald Trump won Wisconsin in 2016 by less than 1%. No wonder it's so freaking tight. No wonder now this is making sense why I'm having such a hard time. If he won by less than 1%, oh my God, no wonder. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, that's just crazy. Okay, this speaks. No wonder I struggle, because I normally don't struggle this hard. You saw me get through the first one really quick, and so, but this is a fight. I think Barnes could be the thing that gets him to squeak by. He may just squeak by. I did what I rolled. I got 5 and 2, which he got the higher number. Okay, in a sense, he could get the higher number of votes. Okay, barely. Okay, barely. There is a shot though. Okay, I don't want to go too much more on this, but yeah, I just wanted to see. That's because that's a big issue. Okay, and here we are. It's crazy. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, guys. This video is already, okay, an hour and 11 minutes. I was like, let's do it all in one thing. It'll be a 2-hour video. I will exasperate viewers. I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to take about a 15-minute break, and then I'm going to get to, I guess it'll be video 4. That's where I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at Florida, especially. I want to get that on there, and then I'm going to look at red to blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go 15 minutes and I'll pop it up. I'm gonna get this one uploaded. So let's stop right here. Like I said, if I go to our video, people are gonna get sick of me. And so, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. I didn't know that Trump won by 1% Wisconsin in 2016. That shows the populace how close it is there. Makes 100% sense, the struggle. So I feel he could just barely make it. And here goes my alarm just right when I'm cutting out. Spirit new. Okay, Alexa, turn off the alarm. Well, here we go. And so, all right, guys, I'm going to get this uploaded, and I'll get to that video soon.